Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing very well today. So today's video, we are going to do a get ready with me using all of the products that I got during the Sephora VIB sale. I hope that you guys are still interested because I know that it's been a hot minute since the sale, but I thought it could still be fun to go ahead and do this video, do this get ready with me. So let's get started. I of course don't have a product for everything to do a complete full face, but I obviously just pulled from my Shop My Stash for those items. So I did not get a new primer from the sale, so I'm just going to go in with my Benefit Hydrating Professional. I'm just going to use this to prime the skin. This is currently in my Shop My Stash. All right, so for foundation, I did purchase the Sephora Best Skin Ever foundation, and off of first impressions, I have tried this before. I am not loving this. I do wear the shade 10N, and this I just feel like doesn't really look that great at initial application, and then it also doesn't wear very well. So that's kind of been my experience with this foundation. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and put this on with my e.l.f. Total Face Sponge. This is just the black one. And just start blending this in. I think that it's an okay shade match. It might be a little bit too light. Okay, so I have like a ton left on the back of my hands, but here's what it looks like. I think it is a little bit light for me, but I think it looks okay, but it does look a little bit light on me. So let's go in with concealer. This is also a product I didn't pick up during the sale, so I'm gonna go in with my Tarte Shape Tape. This is the ultra creamy version, and just do a little bit of a dot on both sides because this can look pretty bad on your under eyes if you're not careful. And I'm so excited. BK Beauty is having a Mother's Day sale, and I have been dying to try out some of their brushes. Like, I have some of their brushes, don't get me wrong, but there were a few brushes that I had been wanting for a long time, and their concealer brush is one of those products. This is the A506, so this is from the BK and Angie Hot and Flashy collection. So this is the A506. I have been dying to try out this concealer brush because so many people just speak so highly about it and say that it's like the best thing and that it blends out concealer so well. And honestly, I mean, that blended out really nicely. A lot of people I've noticed use makeup brushes now, like for foundation and concealer, like they use brushes instead of a sponge. I feel like a sponge was absolutely everything, like back when, I mean, maybe just a few years ago, I feel like everyone was using a sponge for everything. And now I feel like I'm kind of in the minority for using a sponge for my foundation still and my concealer. So I'm kind of wanting to maybe dabble into using a foundation brush again and using maybe a brush for concealer, but I just love the way that a sponge blends out everything. But I mean, I think that that blended it out really nicely. So I'm like, do I want to add more coverage? I don't know. I do think it looks pretty good. I do want to kind of just go over it with my sponge just to make sure everything is like seamless. I mean, I think it looks pretty good. I don't know if I need to go in with any more. I wish you guys could like tell me, but let me add just a little bit more. I have to, I'm sorry. But have you guys decided to pick up the Tarte Shape Tape Radiance version? I was kind of taken aback by that because I was like, so what does that do to the ultra creamy version? Like, how different are those two? I don't know. I thought it was very interesting, and they do not want to let go of the Shape Tape name, I swear. But, you know, so many brands do that. NARS with their O product. I'm not gonna say it, but NARS with that line, they use it for absolutely everything. Like they just keep naming new products after that. Same thing with Urban Decay and the Naked line. I mean, that word naked is literally on everything that I feel like that they make. Especially when it comes to like, I feel like their complexion products, but there, I think that's good. I really like that brush. I'm really excited because I feel like that blended out really nicely, and it's not like, I don't feel like I'm missing my sponge by blending that out. So, and I also wanted to kind of dabble into using brushes for concealer because I feel like when you use a brush for your under eyes, it really does kind of maintain that coverage. Okay, now let's go in with contour, and this is where I have a product. So I was kind of like deciding what I wanted to do because I picked up a cream contour, a cream bronzer, and then also I picked up a powder bronzer. So I decided let's do both. So let's do the cream contour and then let's go in with powder bronzer later. So I am going to use my Westman Atelier cream contour, and this is in the shade Biscuit. I have really been liking this. It's definitely a little bit subtle, and I did pick up the mini, and what I like to do is pretty much just stripe this on my face. And I picked up this brush from Ulta maybe about a week or so ago. It's the Real Techniques R50, and I don't know if you can see, but it has that slant to it. I have been liking it for blending out my contour. I feel like it does a really great job at blending, but because of that slant, I can really use it to kind of further carve out that area. And what kind of inspired me to try out this makeup brush was because Patrick Ta has their brush that's for contouring. And I can't see myself spending that much on a makeup brush. I think that makeup brush is close to $50. And I can't do it. So maybe one day, but for now, I feel like this Real Techniques brush is kind of doing good for me. And it was obviously a lot more affordable. I mean, I think it was even under 10 bucks. So, but I really do enjoy this cream contour a lot. I think it blends out very easily. The shade is really nice for me. And I'm hoping that there are minis in darker shades as well, so that everyone can enjoy the mini size and the mini price as well. Like, let's be honest, that's like the main reason I decided to go with the mini. I had always been curious about this brand, but it was just so expensive, and I just kind of felt like I had a feeling it wasn't going to be worth the price. I kind of have that sometimes. And with drugstore makeup being so good, sometimes I get more skeptical about the price of paying for high-end makeup because drugstore makeup is so good. And then I'm going to bring some down here. I've been seeing people kind of do that lately, so let's try it. I mean, I guess that worked. And then let's do some underneath the chin. Okay, so I think that looks really good. Blended out really easily. I have to work with it like a little bit, but I don't think it's like, I don't know. I really like the shade, and I like the effect on the skin and maybe it's because also of the brush. Like, this brush is a little bit smaller than the one I'm used to using. Alrighty, so now let's go in with liquid blush. I did pick up one of the newer shades from the Rare Beauty line. This is the shade Worth. It's a really beautiful kind of peachy color. I'm gonna be honest, this I don't think is going to match the eyeshadow look that I have, but we'll still go along with it. I'm just gonna add maybe like another dot. And then we're gonna play with another BK Beauty brush that I picked up. This is the BK Beauty 109, and this has a little bit of a slant to it. It can kind of be used as a foundation brush, but I'm gonna try it out for cream blush. I want another favorite cream blush brush because I feel like I use my Fenty 125 face brush so much, and I'm just kind of tempted to have another holy grail because you never know. And yeah, I mean, that blended it out so easily. But I have more of a cool toned eyeshadow palette, so I don't know how well this will go with the eyeshadow palette, but that's okay. I think I can maybe do more of like a neutral look, and maybe it'll kind of all come together, because even like the lip products too, I don't think will go that well with the eyeshadow palette, if I'm being honest. I think I need more blush. I can't believe it, but I think I do. So I'm gonna put some there and there because I'm gonna powder the face, and it's obviously going to kind of take away some of that pigment. I mean, that's kind of a lot of blush, so do as I say, not as I do. But if you are a blush lover, don't be afraid. This stuff really does blend out. And I'm liking this brush so far. In case you were wondering, this is really nice. I love BK Beauty brushes so much. I kind of hate it because everybody loves them, but they really are good. And I think the creator of BK Beauty, Lisa J, I think she lives in Texas. I don't know though, but my shipping label, when it came in yesterday, it came like it was a Texas address. It didn't say Austin, but it was a Texas address, and I got my brushes in like 3 days, so that's pretty good. But I think that looks really, really good. I love the Rare Beauty blushes, and I do enjoy this newer shade. So let's go ahead and set the face, and I'm gonna go ahead and do this off camera because I don't have a new powder, so I will be back when I'm done with that. Okay, so now that I've powdered the face, let's go in with my powder bronzer that I picked up. I picked up the Gucci Eclat Soleil powder bronzer, and I have the shade 01. This is absolutely stunning. I really, really enjoy this powder bronzer formula. It's so nice, and I'm sorry that I like it because I know it is so expensive. And I mean, do you need it? No. Is it a nice formula? Yes. So if you have been eyeing this, and if you were just kind of wondering if it was a good formula, it definitely is. I think it is absolutely beautiful. It blends out so easily, and yeah, really, really like that. And I already had that cream contour on, so I just wanted something, you know, just like a light dusting of that because I don't want to look like too bronzed. I need more blush though. I feel like for some reason this one is not as pigmented as some of her other formulas. Like I don't really know what that's all about. But I'm gonna go in with the blush that's in my Shop My Stash. This is one of the Bare Minerals bronzers in the shade Kiss of Copper. And I'm just gonna do a little bit of this one because you can still see the blush. It's just I wanted more. Did you see that they're coming out with new shades of these? I'm totally picking those up. They came out with one that's mauve toned, and then they're actually coming out with one that could probably be used as a bronzer for lighter skin complexions. But probably for deeper complexions, it would probably be more of like an actual bronzer, like a more brownie toned blush. But I like that. I think that looks really good. So for highlighter, again, I didn't have a Sephora product, like a product that I picked up during the sale. So we are going to go in with my Shop My Stash highlighter, which is my Fenty one. And let's go in with this one. So this one has two sides to it. So it has one that almost looks more of like a creamy side, and then the other one is definitely a powder. It's super pretty. Really liking my Shop My Stash items this rotation. So anyways, alrighty, so now let's get into the eyes and brows. I'm going to prime my eyes with my MAC paint pot. Okay, so I did go ahead and do my brows. I did use this like newer-ish brow product. It's a brow pencil that I picked up from Marshall's. I don't love it. I just don't understand the purpose for this. So this is from Give Beauty, and this is the Most Def Instant Definition Sculpting Brow Pencil. And I picked up, maybe the shade is Most Def, but anyways, this is such a weird brow pencil. I mean, take a look at the shape of that. I don't recommend this. I mean, it does the job, it fills the men fine, but I just feel like Give Beauty is not, I don't know. It's like, can these people just learn from Rare Beauty? Like, come on. Okay, but I did pick up a brow gel from Sephora during the sale, and this is the Glossier Boy Brow. I really enjoy this one, and I do have the shade brown. I've been loving this. I've been reaching for it a lot lately, and I pretty much just like very gently coat through the brows with this gel, and I do like the effect that it gives. Okay, so now let's go ahead and get into the eyeshadow, and the eyeshadow palette that I picked up was the lavender one from Lawless. Super cute little palette. Definitely has a cute little lavender color story, but again, because of the blush, and I just feel like the lip colors that I have too, I feel like I should go in with something a little bit more neutral. Even though this is cool toned, but I think I could make it work. I'm gonna go in with this shade right here and just start putting this into the crease. I hope it's not gonna come out too mauve-y toned. I want it to be, I feel like it is. Maybe I'll mix it with this bottom shade right here. I guess I could use my bronzer, but I feel like even my bronzer is more cool toned. I mean, I guess I didn't have to use this palette, but that's all right. Anything for you guys. I just wanted to showcase it because it is a little bit newer, so maybe you guys wanted to know what it looked like. Now, to deepen up the outer corners, I'm just going to layer this shade up and just hope again that it pulls more neutral than it does cool toned. Like, I want it to show up more brown than it does like mauve, so we'll see. Okay, so I think that's actually going to work with the entire face. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with my NYX glitter primer, of course. Okay, and for the lid, I'm gonna go in with this shade right here. I think that's probably the most neutral color. It looks more purple, but whatever. Oh yeah, that's definitely more purple, but it's okay. Okay, so the eyes are done. This is a really nice palette, but I will say the shimmers can kind of leave you wanting a little bit more. But for eyeliner, because I did pick up an eyeliner during the sale and I've really been enjoying this one. This is from the Sephora collection, so I of course got some 30% off of it. But this is the Colorful Crayon Contour Eye Pencil, and I picked up the shade Tiramisu. And this does last really well on the waterline. All right, so I just added a little bit to the waterline as well as on the lower lash line, and I like the effects that it gives. It definitely kind of gives a little bit more oomph to the eye look. So now I'm going to go in with mascara and I will be right back, and we will move on to the final part, which are the lips. Okay, so for mascara, I did go in with my Fenty mascara. This is just the one that I'm currently using. It's the Full Frontal Volume Lift and Curl Mascara. And that's what I use for that. And then for lips, I have a few options, and I think I know what I'm going to go in with. But for lip liner, this is new to me. This is the Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencil in the shade Anywhere Caffeine. And here is what that shade looks like. Again, doesn't completely match what I have going on here, but that's all right. Okay, so here's what my lips look, a little bit lined with this lip liner. Really enjoy this. And I'm going to go in with this new Merit lipstick that I picked up. I love this formula. These are called the Signature Lip Lightweight Lipsticks. And I picked up the shade Baby, which Baby I think will actually match really well with what I have going on. All right, so here is the final look. I do like the way that everything kind of came together. Let me just do like really quick thoughts about how I felt about all of this makeup. Okay, so the Sephora foundation, this is the Best Skin Ever foundation. I actually like the way that this looks on my skin today, but I definitely need to play around with it some more because I wasn't enjoying it when I first got it. So I don't know what's different that now I'm liking it. It could just be the state of my skin. My skin, I feel like, just changes weekly based off of texture, redness, and all of that. So sometimes foundations don't always work for me during certain times. So this one does look good on me today, but I definitely need to just keep playing around with it. As far as the cream contour, really love this product. This is from Westman Atelier. Definitely recommend picking up the mini size like I did. The cream blush, I do enjoy the Rare Beauty liquid blushes a lot. I did pick up the shade Worth, but again, I just felt like this one wasn't as pigmented. I don't know if maybe it was just me, maybe it's this lighting, I don't know. But for some reason, I was wanting more blush after I powdered my face, and normally that doesn't happen to me. So that's kind of my opinion on this, but I do obviously enjoy that formula. The Gucci bronzer, I'm loving this so much. The shade 01 I think works really well for me. Such a great formulated bronzer. What else was new? I think the next thing was the Glossier Boy Brow. You guys know how much I've been loving this. I spoke about it in my, I think, favorites video, but also, of course, I mentioned in today's video how much I'm enjoying this as well. So love that one. Also, the Lavender One palette, I really like the eye look that I created today, but the thing is, Lawless's eyeshadow formula is not my favorite. I don't even think that this is worth the price. Like, I would think that this palette should be no more than $20 personally, but it is a really beautiful palette and a really great curated kind of purpley color story. So I do enjoy it, happy to have it. It's just not my favorite eyeshadow formula. Really enjoy this eyeshadow, this eyeliner from Sephora. Really enjoy this product. Again, this is the shade Tiramisu. I really am tempted to pick up another shade because I love this formula so much. I noticed that it wears really well throughout the day, and I'm not super experienced with eyeliner, and this one is super easy to use. So really enjoy that one. What else? Really enjoying this lip liner as well. I thought it was really easy to use. I also love that it's not too creamy because I feel like I don't like when eyeliners, or excuse me, lip liners are too creamy because I feel like they slide all over the place and they don't really look that great on me. This one, with it being a wooden lip liner, I feel like it has some give to it and I'm able to kind of work with it better in my opinion. And then also, I already knew I loved this lipstick formula from Merit, and I do really enjoy the shade Baby. So I think that was everything that was new to me. And of course, I picked up tons of other products too, but you already saw my Sephora haul, so check that video out if you missed it and you're curious to see what else I grabbed. But let me know, how are you enjoying your products that you picked up from the Sephora sale? I would love to hear from you guys. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, I would love for you to subscribe and be a part of my YouTube channel family here. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will go ahead and see you in my next video. Bye!